man. The man all on BT, man. King J, what's going on, my brother?
Man, what's happening with you, man?
Man, just chilling, man. Thank you for letting me pull up on you, man, and take a little smoke break with you. You did what I'm saying? We had to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on new in the world, man? I know it's been a while since we talked to you last, man. What you got new on the table, dog?
Man, everything new, man. Man, we just dropped a new single called Baby, man. It's the first single that I produced myself, man. Sampled a little Jane Brown in that thing. I just dropped another single on September the 1st called Reflections, more for the people to ride to. And I got another one dropping on the 29th and the Baby video on the way. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, that Baby, that's featuring King Elway, right?
Yeah, Baby featuring my brother King Elway, another Mr. Barber man type of dude, man. You know what I'm saying? But he on tour right now. Shout out to him. Just got ATL now, don't folk, man. But yeah, me and King Elway going crazy on that Baby, man.
So tell me how you and him even linked up to get on that, man. Like what was the process of that?
Man, so really, I had cooked up that beat, and in my head, man, I was making the beat for like a mainstream artist because I could hear like a Lotto on there, some shit. Then we was just in the studio one day, and King Elway known for that classic rap, man. But I be want to pull him out his comfort zone. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna bring him to my world, man. We gonna go to the strip club world. We gonna make something for the dancers, for the twerkers. So we was in the studio one night. He knocked out a feature for me. Then I pulled up the Baby beat, man, and he was like, what you got for this? I said, bro, I got a little something. I'm going there and freestyle the hook. I freestyle the verse. Then he was in there. He came with his verse and shit. Hey, I said, we finna push this thing, bro.
Oh, man, that's dope. That's dope, man. Let's talk about the journey, man, because some people this might be their first time seeing you, man. Let's talk about the journey, you know what I'm saying, coming up in the game. Some people might remember you from the sign, you know what I'm saying. Let's just talk about all the obstacles you had to overcome to get where you at right now.
I mean, yeah, man, pre-design, man, I was out here grinding, man, at every open mic, performing in front of nobody. You know how that shit go, man. It be a character, them stages like that. And, man, I got in contact with one of my childhood friends, Yanni Simone. Her dad was advising and managing me, and he had these signs. And he was like, we're going to pay somebody to wear them for you. And I was just like, well, before we do that, let me just get them and walk around with them and figure it out. So I just started walking with the sign, and I got kicked out of malls, clubs, and I started trying to figure out how I could be everywhere, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, you know, like, so I find out, like, when Edgewood was popping, I go walk Edgewood. When Decatur was popping, I go walk around Decatur. When Buckhead was popping, I go do a couple laps around Buckhead. And, I mean, man, I just kept it going like that, man. Like, everybody started, like, talk to me, holler at me. They consistently saw me, man. I did it all the way up until the pandemic happened, man. So, and after that, man, I just found different ways to promote and market myself. I linked up with my boy Mike, IMI Photos, man, and we really came up with a whole campaign for a year. And we just non-stop hit them folks with content, man. And yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. Let's talk about some of these movie placements, man, that you got going on, man. You in the sync world, man. They call you Mr. NSYNC, man, Mr. Timberlake, man.
Yes,
you in sync right now.
So I mean, man, it's crazy because somebody asked me the other day, man, how I get my placements and can I, you know, hook them up? And I was just like, well, mine came off relationships. So just being down here at this barbershop, man, I took a chance coming down here from the east side. Now I'm down here a little 5 points at Groomsman Barbershop, Gentleman Refinery, rather. And a location scout came in one day and they wanted to check out the spot. So I was just like, cool. So when they actually brought the people in here to actually check out the spot, it was actually Thomas Jones and Deji LeRae, the actual writer and director of the show. I played Mr. Barberman for them. I'm like, if y'all gonna shoot something in the barbershop, you know, check out this. And ever since then, Thomas gave me his email, and he was like, we're going to be in contact. Took a photo. We got in contact with them folks, man, and they hit me up. They ended up choosing 2 of my records. You know what I'm saying? They chose That Feeling, my boy, B. Dawson, and then they chose Mr. Barberman. Of course, he's on episode 3 of season 1 of Johnson on Bounce TV. Man, I think like a year passed, and I ended up cutting another guy who happened to be a director and the writer of his movie called Cinnamon that's on Tubi. He happened to hear one of the records in the barbershop I think I was playing Holiday. And he's like, who is this? I was like, it's King J. And I kept playing stuff. And I finally told him it was me. And he was just like, bro, you dope, bro. And we just kept building that relationship. He got maybe 3 or 4 haircuts throughout the process because the movie they shot in 18 days. He gave me a call, sent me an email, man, plugged me in. And next thing you know, I got a movie placement, man. And shit, after that, Johnson hit me back up, 3 more TV placements. So it was just all in the span of 3 months.
Man, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
man, God is good, man. Definitely. So let's talk about you said you about to head back over to Germany, man. Let's talk about how important it is for, you know, artists that's over here to get out into these other countries, man, and, you know, go across their water and really see what's going on.
Man, it's very important. Like, it's really crucial that you get out and go see what's going on in these other cultures because, I mean, being in Atlanta, man, once you acquire that Atlanta sauce, man, and those who know, once you acquire that Atlanta sauce, you can go anywhere and take off, man. Like cause everybody here stars, man. We know that. But man, I went over to Germany. It was like instant, man. I told people I did music and went like, no, all right, I'm gonna check y'all. It was like, no, where your music at? I need to go listen to this shit right now because you look like somebody. Like I got the head. So just going overseas, man, bringing our culture and our whole genre, our aura, like everything over there, man. They rocking with us, man. But you ain't gonna know that till you get out there. Don't listen to what nobody tell you until you go experience for yourself. I personally love Germany, man, because they rocking with my campaign super tough, and I'm headed back over there again for the second time, man. And I don't even look, y'all see.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it seemed like everything you touch, man, turned to gold, man. Let's talk about this good news podcast, man. I see you jumped over into the podcast lane and the content lane. So, like, let's talk about that a little bit, man.
Man, what's crazy is, man, I started back, man. I hit Mike up again. I was like, man, let's get like 3 months in, you know, because I knew I was getting ready to drop Baby and whatnot. And he was just like, man, I got this content room with this podcast. Just go in there and start talking. And I just went in there one day and just started talking, man. I was going to call it the hardest working rapper in the game podcast. And then we just got to talking. I was just like, man, I just want to be on here sharing my good news. And I just said, we're going to coin it the good news, man. And ever since then, I know the one true gem, the one true thing that no matter what you do across the board is consistency. If you got consistency with something, you're going to make it somewhere. So I just stay consistent with it, man. I watch my peers go hard, yourself included. So I just try to, emulate that and, keep it going, man. The good news, man. Who don't got some good news? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Let's talk about you just changed management or you switched management over. And so like talk about how important that is, man, to get the right people in your situation. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I had signed to a manager, man. I had a best friend that passed away, and I had signed to his uncle, man. And just trying to keep that relationship close, man. But 3 years. I got to looking at the situation from a broader view, especially when my girl went with me to the trip to Tribeca Film Festival, man. It just really opened my eyes. It's like, yo, this ain't really for me, man. It was time to move on. So, right now, it's a collective. You know what I'm saying? It's me, my lady, Gnarly Sin. Like, we all manage what's going on. Hell, you can be my manager if you bringing something to the table. We commissioning shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't signing nobody else, man. Like, you bring something to the table, you can eat off of it. But it got to be some, you know what I'm saying, some real work. And I go hard, so if you ain't going hard like me, then don't even step to the table. But, yeah, it's me, you know what I'm saying? King J, you did.
Definitely, man. So, before we get out of here, man, what would you tell an aspiring artist, man, young cat coming up in the game that's not even new to the game? He might have been doing this shit 5-6 years, and he like, bruh, I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying, go get me a pack, I'm finna go do something else, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you tell him to stay consistent and stay doing in this shit?
First of all, man, make sure your heart in it, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it for the money, man. It's money to be made, but don't do it for the money, man. Like, if you really love this, do it. Stay consistent with it. Do it with a real purpose and a real passion, man. Put yourself around like-minded people that don't mind to see you grow. Get yourself a real team. Some people that can play all positions, because when having a team, man, everybody don't need to be the star player. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need people that's gonna drive. We need people that's gonna go do this, go do that, and you still a star in the group, but may not be to the outer look of how people looking in. So just make sure you have a great team around you, man, that stays consistent, that emulate what you do. Because if you're consistent and you're giving out good energy, they gonna follow right behind you and give off that same thing, man. It's just, man, stay consistent, man. Stay consistent. For real.
Facts. So what's next for the kid, man? What's next for King J?
Oh, man, we finna get ready to drop a new single, man. And that Baby video finna go crazy, man. Like, we gonna drop that thing on the big BET, man. And yeah, we coming with it, man. It's probably gonna be one of the best videos of the year, closing out 2023 and going into 2024, man. Like, we really finna make some noise. And I got another one on the way next year, dropping at the top of the year out of time. Man, we not finna stop dropping because, like I said, just stay consistent. As long as we got a plan with it, we gonna make it happen, man. So y'all just follow King J, man. Stay tuned because it's coming.
All right, and you notice the smoke break, you know what I'm saying? So back in the day, I don't know how many jobs you had in your life, but what would you do on your 15 or 30-minute smoke break? What would you do at your job? If you weren't smoking, what would you do? What would you spend your time doing on your smoke break?
Man, probably writing a song, listening to a beat, man. Honestly, I only ever had one job when I was 16 at Wendy's. And on my break, I used to just go out to my car and listen to some music, freestyle. I used to call me the freestyle king back in high school because I freestyle all the way from the east side to the west side, from doggone Wesley Chapel to Langford Parkway to go hoop, you know, in the basketball tournaments, man. We should just play beats and go, man. But yeah, probably in my break, I'm gonna eat some food and I'm gonna rap, man. You did.
For sure. Tell them where they can follow you at, King.
Man, y'all can follow me at King J Music. King, keep it in there, guys. J for the go, AI for the answer, man. King J Music. And you can also follow The Good News with King J. That's my podcast featuring some dope artists, man. And we got more on the way, man. So y'all stay tuned and tap in. You dig? Yes,
sir, man. You know what? It's been another episode of the Brims and Blunts podcast, the Smoke Break session, man. Salute my dog, King J.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Man, more luck to you in the future, my brother.
Appreciate you, man. We out.
Yeah.